I know I've been gone for a long time. It's been a long time since I did one of these sit down videos. Now, in previous videos, we've seen 1 year anniversary. We've seen me cashing out at Kicklahoma Tulsa. We've seen a lot of stuff, but I haven't sit down in a while. And it's basically been because I've been gone so much. Whenever I'm home, I'd like to introduce myself to my bed from time to time. My own bed, that is, because it seems to be like I'm in a hotel bed more than I am in my bed. But here we are today, and this video had to be done. I just got back from another trip. I went to LA for SneakerCon with the group that I've usually be traveling with, Benzino, Texas Shoe Exchange, Omar over there with Houston Sneaker Exchange, and then we took off to Portland instead of going to day 2 SneakerCon because we wanted to experience some different stuff. So we went out there, linked up with my guy Ben. He was able to take us to the Adidas employee store. If you're not familiar with that, everything is 50% off. So I grabbed a couple of pieces, brought them back to the city to share the wealth here with some others. On top of that, we went to the game on Saturday night. I'm not sure if you guys saw. I was posted up right behind the bench. You know, my boy Dennis Schroeder said, "What's up?" It's my guy. He always coming through the shop, taking care of. Make sure we take care of him, and he, takes real good care of us. After that, Monday we went to the employee store at Nike. Nothing really too crazy this time around, but there was a couple of pieces that I grabbed. Honestly, just grabbed a bunch of clothes, some hoodies and stuff like that, some more pants, shorts. I love pants, shorts, like Nike, just comfortable stuff. Right after that, I did get in contact. I chop it up every once in a while with Leo Chang. If you're not familiar, he's been creating the KD since day 1 through 12. And basically, we just converse from time to time. I show him some of the pieces that comes in, and we just have some regular conversation. He invited me out, hit me up in the DM on Sunday as we were landing in Portland, and asked if we were free to come through on Monday for lunch on campus. Of course, you got to make time for that. So we hit up the Nike store real quick, hit up FedEx, shipped our stuff home, and we met up with Leo on the campus of Nike World Headquarters. Now, if you've never been, just picture it being a university type atmosphere with buildings and different walkways and scenery. Multiply that by 6, and that's what Nike felt like. We were parked on the east side of campus, and we didn't know that the building we needed to meet him was on the west side of campus and had to walk all the way across campus. It is what it is. We got to see everything. The Michael Jordan building, the Nolan Ryan building we saw, and then we ended up eating at the Tar Heel Cafe inside of the Mia Hamm building. So we sit down, man. Appreciate him having us out. He has a busy schedule. He's working on the 13. As you know, these creators are working a shoe ahead. And we were fortunate enough to sit down and just converse with them. We thank you for inviting us out. We just talked, regular sneaker talk, life talk. What's the next step? What's he working on? Some stories. Some of the guys I'm with had, some sample stories that, Leo was familiar with some of those stories. And he showed us some of the stuff that he was just sitting around the garage. And put it this way, the stuff sitting around the garage at Flight Club can be worth anywhere from $15,000 to $25,000. It's pretty crazy, but that's pretty dope. He told us a crazy story about what the KD4 that he purchased. I don't want to say the price because you guys wouldn't even believe me. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. I am on the chase for what the KD4 of my own in my size. If I can be patient enough, it will be mine. But it might take some time or the right home run hit. But yeah, unexpectedly, we just talked. What's my favorite KD? What's the least favorite? And you're always kind of on edge when you want to tell somebody what you don't like that they do. Even though I do like them all, and he asked why. I explained, it wasn't a very big mistake, and surprisingly, my favorites are usually away from what other people when they like the KD, they jump straight to the 4 because of the Weatherman and the Nerf. I've been wearing those. My favorites 3, 2s, and then the 6s. So, you know, we met up for lunch, and, you know, he had a couple of gifts for me. A lot of people ask if I get my stuff for free. I've got one pair for free before this trip. It was they did a 35 box, and I did the video for the KD 10 anniversary. 35 of them, people like J. Cole, Jay-Z, Shaka Smart, those type of guys got the box, along myself, and a couple of others. So I was very thankful for that, but that's the only shoe I've ever got for free. All this stuff, people ask, where do you get your shoes from? Man, I'm always searching. I'm always on the hunt, and I don't ever know what I'm going to come across, but there are pieces out there that I do have my eyes on, and I'm looking to cop. But as you guys know, we are working on sample season number 2 on the JG Game Day Kicks. And coming into this season, 41 home games, right? I have 40 samples that I didn't wear the previous year. So I've been looking for one to complete for the regular season, and then maybe a couple more in case the Thunder sneak into the playoffs. So if you haven't, make sure you check it out on my Instagram, the JG Game Day Kicks. It's a different sample this year, every Thunder home game for the 2nd consecutive year. So roughly last year I wore 43 samples, 44 maybe. This year it's another 41. So that tells you I have around 80, 85 samples, KDs, either samples or PEs, stuff like that. So go check that out. I'll leave the hashtag right here too. So if you just search that hashtag on Instagram, it will literally take you to every single sample that I've worn so far. So Leo blessed me. I'm thankful for it. 2 more samples that I was not aware that I was going to receive. We wear the same size, so that was pretty dope. He said he was cleaning out the garage, and he went on ahead and passed these 2 on. So let's jump into it. The first pair, and it's probably gonna be hard for it to focus on here, but it is this really, really dope, vibrant bolt. And I want to say this is like a very, got a little banged up in my bag there traveling. This is like a it's not really like a mint green swoosh. It's kind of like a mint, but I don't even know if you're really gonna be able to see this on here. But there is like a camo pattern running along the shoe. It's a very, very, very tough one to tell. All bolt. This is, he said he's been sitting in the garage. Look what happened. Don't sit your shoes in the garage for long-term people. Obviously Leo has so many shoes, but if you're a day-to-day collector, do not leave your shoes in hot environments. So this does have the sample property of Nike, not for resale. Part of Leo's personal collection that he gave me in my size. Okay, here we go. It is Volt / Arctic Green. That's what they're calling it, Arctic Green. So this is dope, right? Like, very simple. Like it screams. It's loud. And these are getting worn very, very soon because I'm working on the KD 6 as we speak. So that is pair number 1. Now pair number 2, he told me, is a 1 of 1. I've seen like a different color sample of like the same design in a different color. He said they changed this one up, and I'll show you where he said they changed it up to make this one a 1 of 1. So this one's fire. I mean, this is dope too, but this next one, this one's like fire. So here is pair number 2. So you have a KD 6 camo, right, with that tag again, the sample of property, not of resale. Color code on the inside says camo and hyper crimson, which is going to be obviously this like orange color. And then if you like pay deep attention, you'll see that. So here's where it told me it goes 1 of 1. He told me here they ended up doing the one without the gray here in the KD, and then they went camo across. So again, this is sitting in his closet or in his garage. Comes with those hyper crimson laces, which I think are gonna look fire on this shoe. Gonna make the shoe pop like crazy. And another thing that you'll notice, on most KDs, it usually has the KD logo hologram inside that hologram, but on this one it lacks that. This one actually does have it. So another dope one. I really love like patent leather on shoes and different looks of that sort. So the KD6, you know, I just wore the velvet hoops. If you guys have seen, like, the most expensive shoe I've got yet, but the velvet hoops got that patent leather on it as well. You can't go wrong with that. These, thank you again, Leo. I appreciate it. Appreciate the talk. Like I told him before we left, this conversation could have went on for hours and hours and hours. I almost missed my flight. Shout out to Benzino for swerving through that Portland traffic and getting me to PDX on time. Thank you for both of these, Leo. I appreciate you guys greatly. Take care of me on these two. Again, no handouts here. You know, work hard, buy what you like. It doesn't always have to be hype. I tell a lot of you, you know, I've told people before, it's everybody's wearing the same stuff. Man, create your own lane. And it doesn't have to be this. You don't have to buy everyone like I do. Like, that's what I like. That's what I like to do. I'm fortunate enough to do that after bills and life is taken care of. I'm able to buy, you know, every single KD. But that's me. If you want to buy every off-white, that's cool, but that's doing what the next guy's doing. Create your own lane. Do something different. And again, there's nothing wrong with being just like every other guy, but you know, there's no creativity in it. It is what it is. I'd rather be at an event being the only person wearing a shoe than walking around as something that's on every 20th person. But that's just me. Everybody's free to do what they do. You work hard for your money, you spend it how you want. I'm gonna do something different that I've been doing for working on 12 years. And you know, it just shows, you know, my loyalty to the brand, you know, paid off on these two, able to have a conversation. It's not every day you're gonna be able to sit down and have a conversation with basically the person that's been dressing your feet for the last decade. So thank you again, Leo, for your time. And hopefully we get up there soon and have more time just to sit there and talk just about whatever and anything. And I wish you nothing but the best in your future endeavors. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet. Until the next one, which I'm going to try to make sure it's sooner than later. Maybe some top pickups of 2019 before we roll into 2020. I'm out, guys. Until the next one, take it easy.